After the 91 Cannondale SM400 last week, we are back with a Cannondale M300 from 1993. Just like the SM400, it combines an aluminum frame with a steel fork. The black base paint comes with a number of funky decals that feature bright yellow, purple and grey elements. The frame condition is superb. It isn't even all too dirty, to be honest, but still we will give it the full washing and polishing treatment. When looking at the components, we can see that there are still many stock parts on the bike, including the wheel set and stem, but the previous owner clearly made this bike his own and also customized a few things. I have to admit that with the exception of the comfy saddle, I really like the way the bike looks currently, so kudos to the previous owner. Once we're done, it'll look quite different, but hopefully still just as good. Fingers crossed. Since the bike isn't layered in decades-old dirt, we will keep the cleaning section of the video rather short today. The transformation in terms of the individual parts won't be too impressive, I don't think. It's really more about how we put it all back together. But yeah, I just wanted to reassure you that I did all the usual cleaning and pre-polishing work. Just for the purpose of this video, I thought we can get to the fun part a little bit quicker today. The cleaning sponges and all the components that will be used throughout the build are all linked in the video description. This week I posted a poll in the community section asking you to choose your preferred option of the mock-ups that I was preparing for the client who commissioned this build. In the two most recent videos I was building bikes that went for sale on our website, so I was completely free in my choices. And like I showed you, I made many decisions on the fly. Since this today is a client build, I cannot go about it in the same way because it's the client making the decisions in the end. So what I do in that case is to prepare mock-ups like these at the beginning of the build phase to make it easier for our customers to decide. It is often very difficult to make certain choices purely in your head, and it becomes so much easier when you can actually look at something. And if you're curious about the results of the poll, don't worry, I'll share those with you later in the video. I gotta say, this was a rather uneventful build. I opened up the headset just to see what the situation was like. I didn't think it necessarily needed servicing, it was still spinning fine. And yeah, when I saw the grease, it looked basically brand new, so certainly got lucky there. be difficult to find a bike where the Billy Bonkers don't look good. They're a bit like the turbo saddle in that way. Turbo also seems to work on pretty much any bike. I think, at least. For the handlebars, I've decided to use the one that was on this bike. These riser bars are very similar to the ones that we have in our shop, but their back sweep is a little bit higher. They have a bit more back sweep is what I'm trying to say. And I think for the type of build that this is yeah, an added benefit. So why not reuse these? Now, coming back to the mock-ups and our pole, as you know, I have a really hard time resisting anything green and purple on bikes. So my personal preference was option A, the purple grips and gray cables. And 40% of you also chose option number 1. Now the decision with the client was to go for a bit of a mix of option B and C. So the all black and the all tan version. And I gotta say, I'm a huge fan of the outcome. Like I said, probably would have gone for the purple grips myself. And generally I never tend to really go for the tan versions. But whenever I see them built, I'm super happy with them and I really like them. So we don't actually need the hanger because we're going for V-brakes. And therefore taking this off and putting this clamp on. But yeah, I also found it really interesting how split the vote really was. So the lowest was 28%. And it just goes to show probably many of you felt very strongly about the option that they picked. And no matter which one you picked, there's almost two-thirds of voters that disagree with you. And really that is the whole beauty in building custom bikes. Because if we all had the same taste, all bikes would look the same. And there wouldn't be such a thing as customizing bikes. So at the end, like I always say, what is most important is that you love your bike and that you're happy with it. And that's where we go with the hashtag, your bike, your rules. I'm a bit surprised that the limit screws need adjusting, because normally once you have them set up to a frame and cassette, you don't need to readjust anything. And we're reusing the same derailleur that was on here. I didn't change the cassette either. So in theory, this shouldn't be necessary, but it certainly is. If you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like? And if you don't want to miss any upcoming Cannondale builds, and we have quite a few frames in stock, now might be a good time to subscribe. If you enjoyed this Cannondale rebuild, why not check out our full Cannondale playlist, or just watch one of these other two videos that I'm sure you're gonna love.